guys, it's Hannah and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a 3 looks, 1 palette on the Goddess palette from Alter Ego. If you aren't subscribed to my YouTube channel, which you should if you like seeing content like this and you just like seeing me and my dorky self, subscribe to my YouTube channel. You'll see when I upload a new video, okay? I'm trying to use more indie brands and discover more indie brands and just have my makeup collection have more variety to it. So Alter Ego was one of the first that I discovered. I discovered them on YouTube. So if I haven't already, there will be a playlist with all the videos that for Alter Ego because they've been coming out with new palettes. So when I get those palettes, those will be in that playlist, and also a playlist for like indie makeup. I already have done a video first impression and review on the Canyon palette from Alter Ego. I'll put that in the eye over here. Today I am going to be showcasing this beautiful palette right here. This is the Goddess palette by Alter Ego. Isn't she gorgeous? She's so pretty. This is her. She's gorgeous. She's beautiful. She's a goddess. So I did 3 looks for you guys using this palette only. I didn't go into any other palette. I just used this one. I created 3 looks because I felt like it would make me play around with the palette more and it would give me a better idea of the formula. So I did a super bold makeup. I did this look right here, which is still, it's wearable, but it still has a pop of color if you want to like dabble into some of the colors. And then I did like a full-on just neutral like cut crease type of situation. Also, don't forget to follow me on all of my social media. I have Instagram, which is KoffeeKween, and I have a Twitch channel, which is KoffeeKween, but the O in coffee is a 0. I do a little bit of gaming on there and whatnot. And also don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I do mainly beauty content, but I am kind of rotating, focusing, gravitating, there we go, towards just doing content that I love, that makes me happy, because this is my channel, you know. I want to share all my passions with you guys, and makeup isn't just one of them. Yeah, but if you'd like to see all the different contents that will be coming to the channel, then stay tuned. So if you would like to see me using this palette, the looks I created, and the review and my final thoughts at the end, then just keep on watching. Alright you guys, to start off this look, I'm applying the P. Louise base to my lids before blending out with the Paw Paw sponge from Shop Miss A. For all 3 of the looks that I created in this video, I used the Gorgeous Goddess palette from Alter Ego, and we're first going to go in with Hera as our transition shade, and I'm using circular and windshield wiper motions to apply that shade into the crease before going in with the next shade, which is that gorgeous mustard yellow shade, Athena. I just apply that slightly above Hera using windshield wiper motions. Then for the lid, I packed on the gorgeous matte teal shade Gaia. You guys, I was floored by this shade. It was super pigmented, but it was easy to work with. It was easy to blend, and it didn't lose its pigmentation, which is crazy because this type of shade is really hard to blend and still keep pigmented. As you can see, I'm going in with a mixture of blending brushes and a packing brush. You don't need to use this many brushes. As long as you use a packing brush and a blending brush and you go back and forth between the two, you will find that the blue will still be super pigmented, but the edges will still be blended out. I'm then going to go in with the tiniest little itty bitty blending brush with Athena to help blend out the edges even more. To help the shimmers shine more on my lid, I'm taking the NYX glitter primer on a tiny little packing brush, and I'm applying that all over the lid before going in with Cassandra, which is that gorgeous lime green to pink duochrome. On top of Gaia, it shines more lime green. It's so gorgeous. I first go in with a brush, but then I apply it with my fingers to add even more shine to it. I felt like the Athena shade didn't have time to shine in the crease, so I'm applying that only to the lower lash line and no other shade before going in with a little bit more of NYX glitter primer into the inner corner to apply the gorgeous Freya shade, which is a white gold duochrome. It complements the look so much and it's so pretty. I felt like Cassandra needed another shade to help it blend into Gaia, so I take Artemis, which is that shimmery navy blue shade, and just apply it to the outer corner with my finger, and that concludes look number 1. Alright, going in with look number 2, our neutral cut crease glam type look. I originally had a different idea than this and it didn't work out, but I like this look a little bit more that I changed it. First going in with P. Louise base as usual, blending it out with my makeup sponge, and then we're going to go into the eyeshadows. The first shade I'm going into is Hera on a big fluffy brush, and I'm just applying it into the crease from outer corner to inner corner with big circular motions. I'm then going to go in with Juno, which is a slightly more warmer brown than Hera, and I'm applying that over top Hera in my crease with a big fluffy brush, and I'm starting to wing out the shades too. I'm then going to take a big, clean, fluffy blending brush to blend out the edges, and I do this to help all the shades blend together easier towards the end before going in with some more Athena, which is that gorgeous mustard shade, and I'm applying that into the crease with just a blending brush over top Hera and Juno to give it a little bit more added warmth before again going into a clean, fluffy brush to blend out the edges. I'm then going to go in with Avalon, which is the darkest matte, and it's just your typical dark matte brown, and I'm taking a slightly smaller, more tapered blending brush and applying that to the outer corner and inner corner, but the inner corner I used a smaller brush. I tried to do my first ever halo cut crease and it didn't work out that well. It was not as clean and nice looking as I wanted it to, but I wanted to show you guys at first because this is the look I originally wanted to do, but then I just did a cut crease. It just goes to show that sometimes your look or idea that you have in mind doesn't work out the first time and you have to change things, and that's okay. The shimmers that I'm using are Pandora and Aura. Aura is a beautiful chocolatey brown shimmer, whereas Pandora is a light kind of coppery shimmer with gold and silver glitter. So it has like this three-dimensional look to it, and it's gorgeous. So as you can see, I'm applying the two shades as a cut crease. And I think it's because I tried to do two colors and it just didn't work out. So I just took this small little flat shading brush from Wet n Wild and some micellar water to clean the crease, and you can totally see my backdrop is out of... Don't look good. But anyway, I'm going to go into Avalon on the outer corner with a kind of fluffy pencil brush and, you know, just carving out that wing shape before blending it out with a small tapered blending brush. I'm then going to carve the crease with the NYX glitter glue for my cut crease, so my shimmers apply nice and foiled and wet. I'm applying Aura towards the outer corner and Pandora in the inner corner, so that way we have a nice gradient of super light shimmer to dark shimmer to matte. And I'm just using the same brush I applied the NYX glitter glue with, so that way everything looks nice and blended. I'm using that blending brush one more time to blend out the edges before completing the look on the other side. Look number 3. Colorful but still wearable. I love this look. It's my favorite. Everybody in the house loved this look the most out of the 3. First off, drinking my coffee and applying what I thought was too much P. Louise paste, but it turned out fine. And I'm just blending that out with my Pawpaw sponge from Shop Miss A. This is a $1.55 sponge, y'all, and it is the best sponge ever. It's better than the Beauty Blender, and it's only $1.55, and it's heaven. I'm first going to go in with the shade Iris on a big fluffy brush, just applying that into the crease, outer corner to inner corner, you know. I'm then going to go in with Juno, which is slightly warmer. I'm taking that on a smaller blending brush and applying that lower than Iris. It's also slightly darker too. Blending out the edges, you know how we do it over here. Before going in with Avalon, I'm applying that mainly on the outer corner and then applying a little bit on the inner corner because I am going to attempt to do a halo eye, but kind of a cut crease halo eye, but nothing like look number 2. I'm then going in with Athena on a fluffy brush and I'm applying that just to the edges, so that way we have that dark brown fading into medium brown, fading into this light mustardy yellow, so it's nice and like equally blended. Going in with a fluffy brush again before cutting the crease with my NYX glitter primer. I'm just applying that to the back of my hand and taking this small flat definer brush from Shop Miss A, and I'm legit, you guys, carving out half of a circle on my lid. That's legit all I'm doing. And I feel like the flat definer brush makes it easier because it's smaller. And for my lid shades, because I forgot to show them, I'm going in with Valkyrie, which is that shade right in smack in the middle of the palette. It's this greeny gold duochrome. It's gorgeous. I'm applying a little bit more of Avalon to the inner and outer corner before going into Artemis, which is that dark blue, and mixing it in with Valkyrie gives it this nice sagey green blue shade. And then I highlight the inner corner with Freya.
The looks are done. They have been created. You have watched them. Time for the final thoughts.
I will be inserting swatches somewhere because I know a few people asked me on Instagram, can you please include swatches? Ask and you shall receive. So I will insert swatches sometime. Maybe now, I don't know. As you could tell, it has a mixture of neutrals like gold, bronzes, and blues and greens, which I really like. This is one of the palettes when I first saw it on KoffeeBeans channel. KoffeeBeans is the one who inspired me to want these palettes. My husband's home. I really love this palette. The formula is amazing. The mattes blend out so well, but they're still pigmented and easy to work with, which is really hard, especially with this blue shade, which is Gaia. So hard to do. As you can see in the first look, I was just like, wait, is this like easy to work with, but it's still pigmented, but it's a blue? The shimmers, they are like liquid metal, especially if you apply them on top of a tacky base. I use the NYX glitter glue, but the formula is just amazing. Like I said, the matte's super pigmented, but they're still easy to work with and easy to blend. The shimmers are liquid metal, especially if you tap them on top of a base. I think this palette is amazing. I totally recommend it. 5 out of 5 coffees. I think this is a palette that anybody would like. If you're a beginner and you want a palette that has a mixture of neutrals but still has some color, I think this is easy to work with, because even if you're too scared to use color, you can just use the neutrals. I made a neutral look. It was easy to work with, but if you want some color, there's some color in here to dabble into. I think this is a palette that everybody should have, because the formula is amazing. The price point is great. This is $16. It's a dupe for a Natasha Denona palette. I believe the gold palette. That palette is $65. This palette is $16. I'd rather pay the $16 to get the same exact thing and have money to get coffee. So I think this is just a great palette. I totally recommend it. Formula is great. I think everybody, no matter what your artistic skill is, will like this palette. And also the packaging is just really pretty. It's this like soft matte with foiled gold writing and then like shiny designs. Same with the back. I love this palette and I am excited to play with the other ones. So if you like this video and you want to see more of me playing with the alter ego palettes and indie brands and just makeup in general or other things, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It would mean the world to me if you became a coffee bean. Don't forget to follow me on all of my social media, and I will see you in my next video. I love you guys. Bye.